What's up guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, with a quick look at Samsung's newest portable SSD, the T5. So this is replacing the T3, which is an SSD I've had before, so we're going to compare them side by side to see how they differ. Now this is a favorite among video creators who need a lot of fast storage for editing 4K video on the go. So this is a great option for people who need a fast scratch disk for video editing. Now the changes between the T3 and T5 really come down to three things. We get a new design that's all metal instead of a combination of plastic and metal. We also get a faster second generation USB 3.1 port and faster VNAND flash. So this can now transfer speeds up to 540 megs per second. So once again, these drives are available in 4 capacities with very similar pricing to the T3 it's replacing. So we have 250 gigs, 500 gigs as I have, 1 terabyte, or 2 terabytes. Now they do get quite expensive, so at $250 that starts you off at a fairly reasonable $129. 500 gigs is $200, 1 terabyte is almost $400, and 2 terabytes is almost $800. But if you're a Mac Pro user, you know that storage gets a lot more expensive than that if you want to build it in. Included with the drive are 2 USB cables. We have USB Type-A to C and USB-C to C. So if you have a MacBook Pro or the latest MacBook, of course you're going to be using the straight USB-C cable, but for older devices you still can use USB-A. Now the overall design really hasn't changed that much. It's about the same size, which is very compact, so it's much smaller than an iPhone, for example. So it makes it a great traveling companion that you can just stick in your pocket or stick in a backpack pocket and don't have to worry about damaging it because, again, it's an SSD, so it has pretty good shock protection, so you're not going to lose your data from impacts. Now personally, I really like this blue color, but I wouldn't mind if it also matched the space gray of the MacBook Pro. Now if you want the black color, you're going to have to go for the higher capacity, so 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes. The lower capacities come in blue. Now this is a metal unibody design, so it should be pretty durable. They even have chamfered edges along the side to give it a little of a more premium look. Now when you connect this to a computer, we do have an LED status light which is invisible until it's lit. Now when it comes to performance, you should see a read and write speed of about 540 over 515 if you have a computer with USB 3.1 Gen 2, as I have with the MacBook Pro. I'm not quite seeing the maximum potential here with my benchmark, but it's pretty close. Now generally speaking, that's a fairly modest gain over the T3, which had a read-write speed of about 450. That's a Gen 1 USB 3.1 port. So it's not a huge gain. I wouldn't throw out the T3 and get the T5 if you already have one, especially at these prices, but it's welcome to have faster speeds if you're buying it for the first time. And of course, the biggest consideration is whether you have a device with USB 3.1 Gen 2. Otherwise, you can't go above 450 megs per second. This drive is formatted in exFAT, so it's compatible with a wide variety of devices right out of the box, from Mac OS, Windows, and even Android. They've also included some encryption and management software if you want to use it. This allows you to lock down any data that's being transferred to this drive. So although the T5 once again is a very expensive portable SSD, it's still the best for people who really need those speeds. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this look at the T5 SSD. If you guys did, please give this a video a thumbs up to let me know, and I'll see you again in my next video.